guess we're going to start from the beginning. Hola, my name is Comadre Cristal, and I'm an intuitive spiritual life coach. And I'm here on a mission to just help all of you of the familia to raise your vibration, to live your life authentically, to really give you the tools that you need to live the life that you truly want and the life you truly desire. And the way I do that is by giving you the tools that I myself personally use and the messages that Spirit gives me to share with all of you amazing people out there. And today, with the full moon, we are really going to be using this full moon's energy to harness whatever it is that this energy is inviting us to release. Because this full moon's a big deal. This full moon, we are in, depending when you're watching this, but this is called the harvest full moon. And this full moon is really all about the last full moon to really let go of anything that's no longer serving us in order for us to reap those the harvest. And for many of you, the harvest, the stuff you started to sow, what you started planting, those seeds you started planting from 6 months ago, yep, they're starting now. So I also encourage for those of you who do journaling, go back and you look at your, especially if you've been doing this new moon, full moon workshops with me, go back to 6 months ago, full moon workshop and see what we were releasing, we were setting intentions for. And then you'll see how it all cycles and closes out together. Okay. Um, I don't think I'm going to repeat myself with everything else, but if I missed anything, it'll come through the message. Oh, yes, don't forget the chat is open. So if any of you want to put stuff in the chat while I'm doing all of this, please do. It's so much fun. It makes it more interactive with all of us here. And then for those of you who watch the recording, you can leave something in the comments too. It's so much fun to just really witness how all of us are in this together. Okay, that's it. Spirit, please, no more power outages. That's all I ask. Thank you. All right. Let's get grounded by the 3, 3, and 3. That is when we inhale for 3 seconds, we hold for 3 seconds, and we release for 3 seconds. But I want you to do more than just breathe. I want you to also use your imagination. When you inhale, I want you to imagine that you're breathing in love, light, positivity, everything that you love. Fire and butterflies is what I like to call it. And when you hold, I want you to imagine that all that energy is traveling from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet to the tips of your fingers. And then when you exhale, I want you to imagine that you're letting all of it go. All the hard stuff, all of the everything and anything that's holding you down, holding you back, just release it out of your body. We'll do that 3 times. I will walk you through it. And so, yeah. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hold and release. Another deep breath in. Hold and release. Last one, make it count. Hold and release. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay. Yep, this is exactly what I was just saying earlier, the energy that I'm feeling. You know, there's lots of, I feel like I said this, not too long ago too. Like we are in this, we are in this place right now, this time of great ideas, of wonderful ideas. And here's the thing, every single idea you have is a great idea in one way or another. The thing is that sometimes, not sometimes, Spirit's saying quite, calling you out on some of calling you out. Some of you self-sabotage a lot of your great ideas. And that self-sabotage is out of fear, out of your ego stepping in and saying, no, like this isn't a good idea. This is a terrible idea. So so that's the energy. Like there's just so many ideas that many of you have had, have been festering on. I'm also hearing again, because I said this earlier, many of your ideas are from 6 months ago, and the things you wanted to create, the things you wanted to do with your life, the path you wanted to take. So all of this is coming I'm not hearing closing. Like some stuff is not closing, but new beginnings for sure. I do see these new opportunities, new relationships, new partnerships, new collaborations. For many of you, a family too. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love when I get things like that. Like, for many of you who just want to start that family or have that family or something around family, like that's so beautiful. Um, and family, I think that's been a hard one for a lot of you, I'm hearing, because there's this fear of not being a good parent or doing it good or doing it well. Um, yeah, that's all your ego just trying to self-sabotage. Whatever path you decide to take in these new opportunities or new beginnings really are creating this shift for you and this happiness. And for many of you, I'm seeing that you're entering into your divine energy. You're entering into that part that you have connected with your inner self. You have connected with your spirit team. You have connected with this path that you know is for your highest good. Oh, I keep getting out of breath every time I'm doing readings. Some of you, I'm telling you again, please breathe. Take a break. It's okay. Um, Especially because I feel like, again, for many of you, when you hear these confirmations, when you hear these things that are being said, and you're like, oh my God, I was just thinking about that, or I was just having this idea or this thought, you get excited. And that excitement, then you want to start going faster to make it become a reality. And the thing is, again, it's all about divine timing. And so that's why you start to self-sabotage your dreams and your ideas and your goals, because you feel that you may not accomplish it or make it happen. And so because it's not happening fast enough is what I'm saying. So again, this is why I'm telling you, slow down. Please, familia, slow down. Okay? Let's slow down. All right. So yeah. Okay. So let's see this full moon. What's going on? Again, like I said, this full moon's big one. But let's release whatever we got to release. But we can always narrow it down and see exactly one thing that we can work on as a collective. And again, remember these are all messages. Take what you like and leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate, don't force the message. And these are also timeless. So if you see this and you watch this a few days later, a week later, a month later, you'll still get a message because it's always timeless based on what's going on. And if you need it, you need it. All right. So, Spirit, what do we need to release with this full moon? What's going on? What do we need to release with this full moon? Oh, I love it. So, we got the 10 of Cups with the star underneath the deck. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, so the 10 of Cups, this is a positive card. And for it to come out in the place of releasing, it's interesting because it's telling me that that's exactly like some of you are so attached to the outcome of your ideas, to the outcome of those goals. It's like there's this feeling that once that goal is achieved or once that outcome is achieved, that is when you'll find complete fulfillment. That is when you'll find all your happiness. That is when you'll find the rainbow like the gold at the end of the rainbow. The happy family, again, back to family. I keep talking about family. That happy family, that safety net, that create like all of that. You got to detach from that. You got to detach. Like let go of those expectations because the thing is that with the star underneath the deck, you got to just have faith because the thing is that okay, because remember, as I said, this full moon, we're looking 6 months back. We're looking back, we're in September, so that would have been March. Yeah. So, wow, we're looking back since March. So, So think about March, where you were, what was going on, and what kind of manifestations you wanted to set for the year ahead. Especially because March was the ending of the first quarter of the year. We are now in September, ending the third quarter of the year. So, like those in those 6 months, a lot has happened. So, with that being said, as you're looking back in these last 6 months, those ideas, those things that you wanted in March, and you're here now in September, all in between, not everything happened the way you were expecting it to happen. Not everything happened the way you wanted it to happen. Some things did, and that was great, but not everything. And the problem is that when things didn't happen the way you wanted them to happen, that's when you started to lose faith. That is when you started to lose, um, oh, okay, spirit's calling you out too. That's when you were being hard on yourself. When those moments where you didn't even believe in yourself. Because here's the thing, in order for you to have faith, you need to believe in yourself first. Because in order to believe in God or the universe, the spirit, source, whatever it is, in order for you to believe in that, you need to believe in yourself. Because there is a part of a higher part of us inside all of us. That's why I call it our inner comadre, inner compadre, inner comextre. Some people call your intuition. Some people call it inner wisdom, your higher self, whatever it is that you call, like we all have that spiritual part in us. So if we don't believe in ourselves, that in turn is telling us we don't believe in the process. We don't believe in divine timing. We don't believe in things. And so when you started your journey and you set those ideas of what you wanted to manifest in or create or bring in or set the intentions, your goals, whatever you want to call it. When you started that journey back in March, here we are 6 months later. Spirit's telling you this is still the main goal. Like you have, like your, if anything, the biggest main goal has always continued to be, I just want happiness. I just want safety. I just want this. But everything else in the middle, you got to detach from. You got to detach from this idea of if I obtain this, I will be happy. If I, okay, very direct message here. If I get that degree, I'll be happy. If I get that promotion, I'll be happy. If I get that house, I'll be happy. Faith, faith. If that house is meant for you, you will get it. If that job is meant for you, you will get it. If anything that you desire from your heart is for your highest good, it will happen. And if it does not happen, Amelia, do not lose faith. If it does not happen, two things will either happen. It'll either happen eventually in divine timing, or it will not happen because God has something better for you. I always say this. When you do your manifestations, when you do your prayers, when you do your meditations, when you do your rituals, when you put in your requests, when you put in your demands, whatever you want to call it, the universe is always going to respond in one of three ways. Yes, here, it's yours. It's all yours. You got it. You've earned it. Two, no, I need you to wait. Just wait a little longer. You're not ready for it yet. Just wait. And three, no, you're not going to get that because I'm going to give you something better. And that's the part where a lot of us get hung up on the no's because there's something better. And because we get hung up on that, that's when we start to self sabotage our journey. That is when we stop believing in ourselves, in our path, and whatever it is that we're doing. So, right now, familia, I very, very, very honest question with yourself. And maybe this is an opportunity for you to journal and for you to figure it out. But ask yourself, what are you self sabotaging? What behaviors are you still doing that's self sabotaging? Okay, spirits asking me to be a little bit more specific to guide you all because I just heard as I said that some of you were like, I don't have any self sabotaging behaviors. Okay, let's check. So, are you drinking enough water? Are you going to bed early and waking up early? Are you moving your body around? Are you journaling? Are you meditating? Are you praying? Have you connected with your higher power every single day? Do you talk to your higher power? Do you have a relationship with your higher power? Have you gone outside? When's the last time you went outside? Okay, another good question about self-sabotaging behavior is if you're stressed, what are you doing? What are you doing with that stress? Are you eating it away? Are you just avoiding it and not thinking about it, but instead it's manifesting in another way? Look, stress is very common. Anytime we have changes, it's going to rattle us up. It's so funny because in my last Comadreando session, I talked all about the changes and how that creates fear. And that's exactly what this full moon is really talking about and is encouraging us to do. We got to release this fear. We got to release our self-sabotaging behaviors. Whatever idea, whatever goal, whatever manifestation you have been really wanting to obtain, you got to start acting like you have it. And it's not acting like it's not about fake it till you make it. It's again building that kind of relationship. So, for example, okay, so this is what I'm hearing. So, for example, many of you who want to be more active for your reasons, whatever reasons, you want to be more physically active. Okay, that's a great goal. Wonderful. And what are you doing to be physically active? Are you choosing to move more often? Or have you gone to the gym? Are you drinking your water? I'm thirsty, so it's funny because that's why it is. Familia, please drink your water. Drink, 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 drink your water. Okay. All right. So are you drinking your water? Are you going to a gym if you go to a gym? Are you okay, even if it's not that extreme, have you walked around the block? Have you walked around the neighborhood? Have you walked around like again, those are the little changes you can make. Because the thing is that if you get attached to that goal, to that outcome, and you don't reach it, you end up beating yourself up over it. But you gotta but you also gotta call yourself out and say, well, what was my contribution? What did I do to contribute to it? And if you did nothing, I mean, that's the definition of insanity, familia. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And many of you are doing the same things over and over again, expecting this, the happiness, the safety, the joy, every wish come true. But yet you're doing nothing different. But for those of you who have been doing things differently, then why are you still holding on to some of that non-belief in yourself? Why are you still holding on to some of that doubt? Okay? That those are the questions I want you to start asking yourself, especially in this full moon. This full moon, oh, familia, I cannot express enough why this full moon is so important. I'm not an astrologer, and nor am I going to pretend to be one because I'm not. But I follow other astrologers, and they're all great. And so, if you're into astrology, that's your jam. Go do it. Please follow amazing astrologers. Um, the thing is that with this full moon, again, it's inviting us to look inside of us because we also have a lunar eclipse, or yeah, a lunar eclipse on the same day of the full moon on Tuesday the 17th. Like eclipse times is always about looking within, looking at those shadow parts of us. So this full moon that's what I'm saying. It's it. And in order for us to harvest those ideas, those manifestations that you set out 6 months ago, you got to start harvesting them, familia. And they're happening. They're happening. Okay. I think that's all I have for what to release. So we're going to release our self-sabotaging behaviors. We're going to release our self-doubt, lack of faith, that some of you are having? Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm seeing. Okay. So again, I know all of this easier said than done. So let's ask Spirit about any tools. What tools can we start using? What tools can we lean on, especially as we do this work? Um, and see what's happening. Okay, so what tools? I don't know if you guys can hear my cat. Uh, my cat cracks me up. We got the chariot with the 5 of Swords underneath the deck. You gotta walk through. You gotta walk through that pain. You gotta walk through that discomfort. You gotta walk through that fear. You gotta walk through it, familia. Walk through it. I know it's not easy. The thing is that if if you don't walk, oh, so it's so funny because this image that's coming in my mind is actually an image that my mentor gave me a long time ago, and it's so true. It's so true about in the eye of the storm, when there's a storm, you know, there's some animals that run away from the storm. But here's the thing, even when they run away from the storm is still coming. So the storm will eventually catch up to them because they cannot outrun. No, nothing and no one can outrun Mother Nature. Okay? But there's other animals like the ox that sees a storm coming and walks right towards it because they know that they're going to get to the other side sooner if they just walk through it instead of running or standing still. You got to walk through, familia. And as you walk through it, make sure you're taking care of yourself. For those of you who have done the Unlocking Your Nickel Mother program with me or checked out my journal, which is free on my website, Module 4 is where I talk a lot about self-care and self-love. Because if you're not taking care of yourself in the midst of all of the storm, in the midst of all of the pain, honestly, it makes it a lot harder. And so, again, my journal's free. Go download it. I give you a bunch of prompts to really think about your self-care and what you're doing for your self-care. But that will really help is you stepping into this confidence with your self-care. Because the thing is that when you take care of yourself, you are telling your body, you are telling yourself that you love it. We take care of the things we love, right? I'll say that again. We take care of the things we love. We take care of the people we love. We take care of the animals we love, the pets, our fur babies. We take care of the people we love. We take care of everything that we love. So why aren't we taking care of ourselves? Dang, mic drop. Sorry. As I said that, I like literally felt it. Like, yeah, why aren't you taking care of yourself? So do it. Let's do it. Let's take care of ourselves. Because, familia, in order for you to get to this place, it has to start within. As within, so without. Again, those ideas that you had, those manifestations, those goals, they will happen eventually, or they won't happen, but there'll be something better that will happen. In the meantime, you need to cultivate that happiness, that joy, and you need to cultivate that within you. And in order to get to that point, you got to start with your self-care because you take care of the people you love. I mean, if you love yourself, you'll take care of yourself. And if you have a hard time taking care of yourself, that's okay. It's not selfish. That was an idea that I had to unlearn in a very hard way my whole life. Because my whole life, I had to take care of everyone. I had to take care of everyone else. I had to make sure that everyone else was taken care of in order for me to feel good, to feel happy, to feel safe. That's exhausting. Until I finally got to a place where I'm like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I'm just draining myself. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And then when you take care of yourself, especially because with the swords, five of swords underneath the deck, especially you got to take care of yourself during those times that you go into survival mode. Because here's the thing, life is always throwing us triggers. Life is always throwing us tests, challenges, barriers, blockages, whatever you want to call them. Life is always throwing them at us. And that's going to trigger us. That's going to create a stir in our body. And it's up to you. How are your triggers manifesting? Because here's the thing, all of us, every single human being in this world responds to a trigger. I personally have learned to start responding to them in a healthier way. I still respond because that's what they are. That's what they are. They're triggers. They're never going to go away. But I have learned how to harness those triggers and respond in a healthier way. And so when life is going to continue to put you in this survival mode, you got to lean on taking care of yourself. When you excuse me, when you get to a place when you're having self-doubt, what can you do to take care of you? What can you do to boost your confidence just a little bit more? To be honest with you, I personally, I pray. I do. For those of you who have done one-on-ones with me or have been following me for quite some time, you all know I'm a huge prayer. I love to pray. And people call it differently. For me, prayer does not necessarily mean like put my hands in like no. For me, prayer is I have a conversation with my spirit team. Literally have a conversation. Sometimes it looks differently. Sometimes, like today, I went on a hike, and the whole time I'm just talking out loud. I'm just talking to God, to the universe, to my higher power, to Mother Mary, and I'm just saying da 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 da. Like I'm just letting it all out. That was me praying today. Sometimes I just journal my prayers and I'm just writing it down. Like this is what's going on. This is what's going on in my heart and my mind. Prayers are what is inside your heart. What is inside your heart is a prayer. So pray. If you want more confidence, ask your higher self, ask your higher power, ask your spirit team. How can I gain more confidence? How can I do it? And then when the idea comes, you got to take that leap of faith and do it. But a lot of this, familia, I'm telling you, we got to start doing a better job of taking care of ourselves. Because again, you want that happy ending, you need to start cultivating that happy feeling inside of you now, regardless if you have that ending that you wanted or not. Really. Because that's the way you're going to do it. And the way to start doing it is by taking care of yourself. You want to be safe, start being safe yourself. You want to be financially abundant, start cultivating financial abundance. And how do you do that? There's all kinds of ways, all kinds of ways. But that's how, I mean, but we're going to focus on this. I could go on a whole tangent there, but I'm not because, again, I'm also very mindful of everyone's time. So, yes, quick recap. Full moon, you're going to be releasing this we're releasing our attachment to this happy ending that we want. We are releasing our self-doubt, our self-sabotaging behaviors. We are releasing just what's holding us back from really just detaching completely. And the tool that will help you continue to keep up with this detachment is by taking care of you, putting yourself first, you learning to be confident, you looking towards the future, knowing, not believing, knowing that it's going to happen the way it needs to happen for you. I just saw this video earlier of saying like go from believing to knowing. So, just know. Just know. Okay. Let's close this out with your chisme. For those of you who speak Spanish, chisme is the gossip. But this is the gossip from higher power. So, let's see. What is the chisme of la familia? What is the chisme? What do we need to be aware of? Mm. We got the sun with the Five of Cups underneath the deck. Oh, I love this. Familia, I know that many of you have been here with the Five of Cups, that grief, that sorrow, that pain, that loss, the pain from the loss. I know. Brighter days are ahead. Brighter days are ahead of you, familia. They really are. I I know that sometimes it's really hard to believe something so beautiful like that, especially when we're in the middle of the dark. But that's the thing. That's why when you are in your dark, you find those lights. You find those lights that shine the path for you. And if you have a hard time, then you find that light within you because you have it. But brighter days are coming. You got to just know that they are coming. Know that it's going to be and just be ready. And in the meantime, take care of yourself, love yourself, go outside more. I keep getting this message of go outside more, go outside more, go outside more. Disconnect and unplug from, I know as I'm saying this on YouTube, disconnect and unplug from the from the internet. Yes, and go outside more. Oh my God, that's so funny. On my little YouTube thing, it says 444. Yes, you see, like even this, like even the angels, the spirit teams are like, yes, yes, go outside, go outside, go outside. Go outside, take in some of that sunlight. Recharge yourself from all of what you have been enduring, from all of what you have been going through. Beauty is growing from that. Those seeds that you have been planting from 6 months ago, they are blossoming. And I know sometimes for many of you, you may not feel like they're blossoming fast enough. Actually, and I just heard from many of you, oh, you're seeing some of those seeds blossom. And it's getting you so excited because you're just like, holy shit, this is happening. Yes, familia, it's happening. Trust me. I not to make it about me, but like I am seeing some of my seeds blossom and it is just mind-blowing. I am seeing some of my clients' seeds blossom and it is mind-blowing. It is beautiful. It is beautiful to see how when you plant those seeds, they start to grow. And you just got to trust. Trust, flow, surrender, let go. They will grow and they're going to grow big. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing. Okay, let's close. Now let's do our little ritual. For those of you who have a candle, this is the perfect time to grab your candle so you can participate on your own with your own intention, personal intention in there. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's why I have the candle for La Familia Collective. I have already dressed it and prepared it and set the intentions into it. Oh, I forgot my little parchment. And then grab a parchment so we can write what it is that you want to manifest and bring into your life. Well, not manifest, but release to bring in your manifestations. So I will start it off. I will be writing it. I will be writing it in the we term, and then you can write it in the I term. Um, and or you can write it however you want to write it, based on this reading or whatever you feel like you got to let go. You're gonna do it, okay? So I set the intention to release all self sabotaging behavior, self-doubt, and lack of faith that is keeping me from my highest alignment. I let go and let my higher power take care of it. Okay. And if you want to fold it, I want you to fold it away from you. So you will fold it away from you. And then you can put it near your candle. If you don't have the candle and you're using the candle that we're lighting, that's totally fine. I will be sure to keep it here. After we're done with the meditation, we will burn our little piece of paper that we have set the intention into, and I will personally let the fire or the candle that I'm lighting, I will let it go all the way down to close our ritual. Okay. If we're all ready, let us begin. So get comfortable. And get going over here. My cat is meowing so much. He's like wanting attention. I have no idea why. Okay. Sound is on. Perfect. Let's light this candle. Candle lit. Set the intention that all of our releasing is heard and assisted with by our higher power and spirit team. Get comfortable and let us begin. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose, all the way in, hold, and release. Let it all go. Another deep breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs with air. Hold. And release. Let it all go. Last one, make it count. Biggest breath you've taken all the way in. Hold. And release. Let it all go. Just breathe in and out at your regular pace. There's no right or wrong to this. Just breathe. Let any thoughts go. I want you to imagine that in front of you is your inner bonfire. This is the fire that gives you your energy, lights your path, is your connection to source. And I want us to connect to our fires. So there's no right or wrong to this. So we're going to focus on our sight. I want you to imagine what your fire looks like. All the details. What the fire is doing. The colors. Bring your awareness to the smell. I want you to imagine what your fire would smell like. Bring your awareness to your ears and just take a moment to listen to your bonfire and tell me what you hear. Bring your awareness to the taste and imagine what your bonfire would taste like. Bring your awareness to the touch. You can touch your bonfire. What would it feel like? Challenge yourself and do an internal check-in and see how you are feeling in this moment. Breathe in, breathe out. I want you to now imagine that from this beautiful bonfire comes out your inner butterfly. This is the butterfly that guides you and protects you, is there for you. And it starts to fly towards you, leaving a beautiful light of white protection. And it starts to circle around you, wrapping you up in a cocoon, around and around, leaving this beautiful protective magic around you. And it lands on the top of your head, leaving protection going down your body, down your face, down your shoulders, relaxing, down your arms, hands, down your chest, down your back, down your hips, to your thighs, to your legs, down your feet, down further, going to the roots of earth. You are now connected above and below in this beautiful cocoon of protection. You are safe. If you have any thoughts, let them go. Breathe in and out. I will be sending you energy now, so just relax. I want you to think about any self-sabotaging behaviors you have had lately. I want you to think about it and just hand it over to your butterfly. Imagine that your butterfly just sucks up that thought the moment you have it. Think about those moments in your life that you have self-doubt. Think about what's preventing you from taking care of yourself. The worries, the concerns, your stress. Hand that all over. Breathe in, breathe out. I also want you to hand over any attachment you have to your goals, your dreams, your manifestations. What do you think that last final result is going to be? And I hand that over. Give it over. I want you to now imagine that this butterfly is taking all of what you gave it, taking it back into the bonfire, and it's burning away. And as you watch everything burn away, I want you to just sit with that feeling of freedom, of everything just off your shoulders, a clean slate. Focus on that feeling of what it feels like to have just a moment of no stress. all of your stresses, all your worries, all your concerns, all your self-sabotaging behaviors burning away. If you have any of those moments again, just throw them into the fire. I want you to now imagine that from this beautiful bonfire comes out your higher self, your inner comadre, inner compadre, inner comextre. This is the best version of you. And you're walking right to each other. Give yourself a big hug full of love. Breathe in and out. And from that moment, I want you to start receiving confidence. I want you to start receiving love for yourself, patience, grace. Breathe in and out. I'm sending you energy right now, so just focus on receiving all of this positive energy. Breathe in and out. I want you to repeat after me, either out loud or in your head. I am powerful. I feel powerful. I understand my power. I see my power. I speak in my power. I love my power. I am powerful. Breathe in and out. If there's anything you need from your higher self right now, ask for it. What do you need in order to achieve faith and total happiness? What do you need internally to feel safe? Breathe in and out. I want you to take a moment and imagine your biggest goal coming into fruition, and sit with that feeling for a moment. Just sit with it. Just imagine that your higher self is giving you all of the energy, and sit with that feeling radiating through your body. Imagine what it feels like to get the news that you've been waiting for. Now I want you to imagine not getting those news because you know that there's something better that's coming your way. Sit with gratitude of that feeling, because you're getting something better than you could have imagined. Don't sit with the panic. Sit with the joy and the happiness of the moment. Breathe in and out. It's time for your higher self to go back into the bonfire. As they walk away, I want you to sit with this gratitude, knowing that everything you asked for is working in your favor. Let that feeling radiate through your body. Breathe in and out. It's time to start putting your bonfire away. There's no right or wrong to this. You can always come back to your bonfire anytime you want. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in, all the way in. Hold. And release. Let it all go. You can start bringing awareness back to your body. Open your eyes if you haven't done so already. And welcome back. Okay, familia. That was good. Look, you got this. I know it's scary. I know it's hard, but you absolutely got this. It's time to burn our petition. I forgot my little cauldron. My little cauldron. Okay. So let's burn La Familia's collective petition. Here we go. Oh, this is a good burn, you guys. We're releasing a lot. Okay. All right, familia. And so candle, I will put it over here. I will let it burn for the rest of the evening. I'll keep an eye on it. And we are done. Take care of yourself, familia. Drink lots of water. Get some sleep. You can watch this video again as many times as you need to just really feel like you're releasing, especially during the meditation. If you do so, please drink lots of water. Uh, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna leave this open for a little bit longer to share announcements, but other than that, if you all want to hop off, thank you all for being here. I am sending you all so much fire and butterflies, and as always, don't forget, love your now. Bye. All right. It is time for announcements. Oh my God, I cannot believe September's already like flown by. Okay. So that's it for all of the moon rituals that I do for the month. So on my next new moon ritual, I haven't decided when it's going to happen yet. It's probably going to happen either September 30th or I got to look at my calendar and really evaluate like my energy. But I will let you all know. So if you really want to know, be sure to subscribe and look at my YouTube channel. Um, that's where I leave all my information when it happens. Or you can always sign up for my newsletter through my website of lincomadre.com. But I'll let you know when that's going to happen. In regards to Comadreando coaching sessions, I do have 2 left for the rest of the month. I have no, I have 3 left. My bad. So the first one I have on the 20th of this month, and that's going to be in Spanish, and that's at 1 o'clock Pacific time. And then my next Spanish one is going to be set for September 30th at 10 a.m. Yep, 10 a.m. And then my last Comadreando coaching session for September is set for September 26th at 12 p.m. Same, keep a lookout for on my YouTube channel. That's where I have all of the dates already put out. So you can just hit the little notification bell to get notified when the live session happens. Okay. That's it. I'm exhausted. I went on a walk today and it was such a beautiful walk to really connect. And actually it was a hike, connecting with higher power and it was just so beautiful, but I'm exhausted. So I'm going to go to bed. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you, love you, love you. Um, don't forget to leave a comment. I love seeing all of these magical things happen for all of you. Actually, for those of you who send me messages privately, thank you. That always makes my day. All right. That's it. I love you. Take care, everyone. Bye.